Blaised. Get blazed. 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 Yo, 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 it's your boy Blaze McCoy. Welcome back again to Get Blaze Talk Show. It's been a while since I did a Blaze Talk Show. Yeah, I know. All right, well, we're going to talk about leaning towards death wrestling. We're going to talk about the huge announcement coming up. You bet your dupa, it's a big one. Well, you guys and gals out there have been waiting for it. The talk show will be a lot about LTD, and then we do have a show coming up in 1 hour at 5 p.m. Eastern. We go over that match card and the big trade. We talk about a trade that went down between the Lethal and Empire divisions. We'll get to that too, but let's talk about who's in the building. Super Nacho. Welcome in. Well, if you're here and you're on the roster, it has something to do about you. That's for damn sure. Tito's in the house. There he is. Wild Eye Yeti's in the building. Brooklyn Joker's here. Juniper, I see some of our members. Feel free to throw up your emojis. The Turmoil, some of the newer members of the roster. We'll talk about that soon too as well. Great to see everybody. The Crimson Ninjas in the house. Our Lethal champions still. Crushing Kelly Black is here. Johnny Blaze ain't a damn thing changed. There he is. The Big Daddy Beard made his return as well. We've had some returns and some debuts, if you will. Cody Hagen's in the house. There he is. Welcome in. Welcome in. Good to see everybody. JW Caliber. Big opportunities for him. There's Jeff Matthews. Speaking of returns, that Jeff Matthews made a return not too long ago, but even just the other night, there's Clinton McCleary in the house. There he is. Just the other night, Corey Quinn, Stompy Collins, and Big Daddy Beard made their return to LTD Wrestling. And we saw the debut of Turmoil, Juniper, and Maiden Annabelle from the Monstar Factory. Oh, boy. Here we go. His Dupa is ready for the announcement. Oh, I don't know if it's that kind of announcement there, Ninja, but you take it however you want it. To each your own. Doesn't matter who you are, where you are, what you are, how you are. You're more than welcome here on the channel. We got some special guests we will talk to. And anyone out there who wants to be a part of the show, please go to the private Facebook group, the private Skype chat, or the private Twitter group, and you can click on and join the show here. Momentarily, I'll bring on some guests, and we got a lot to talk about. Play charges here. Welcome in. Well, some of you may see this coming. Some of you may not. So we're going to get right down to it since we got some people hanging out already. Great to see everybody. Killshot is in the house, our Crazy 8 champion. Some news for him as well. Actually, we got news about all the champions. So let's just get down and dirty, folks. Why not? Let's just get right to the show, the Get Blaised Talk Show. Today, we got a big announcement. But first, let's start and talk about our current champions right now. Ripper Springhill is our new world champion recently with the win over the Drum Monkey. Drum Monkey still has his rematch, but he's choosing not to use it right now, which means JW Caliber is next in line to fight Ripper. That's coming up very soon, sooner than you think. The Millennium Men, Riley and Count Z, the tag team champions. They'll be defending that title Tuesday against JW and Jake Caliber, Jake Bagwell of the Solution, the Asylum. Another, speaking of something else going down, we'll talk about that soon. Matt Storm, part of the Asylum, your Crazy 8 champ. He's already earned another Crazy 8 title opportunity. Crimson Ninja, or LTD, lethal champion, defeating Rob Machete, who had a shot. And now we're set for a chamber match. Yep, be with Crimson Ninja, the Brooklyn Joker, Brian LG, Austin Black, Jeff Matthews, and the world champion Ripper Springheel. I guess Ripper be pulling double duty that night. Oh, not that kind of duty. The Burp Association Society. I got a good idea who that might be, and I appreciate that. The BAS. Good to see everybody in the live chat. Make sure you guys are subscribed, hit the thumbs up if you haven't already. We have our Tap Out Princess champion Firestar, our Double Duchess tag champ Susie and Crushing Kelly, and our Battle Queen Jessica Vesuvius. I am your general manager for the Battle Queen division, and we might as well talk about that right before we get to the big trade coming up here soon. We're going to talk about the trade, Lethal division and the Empire division. I promised I would let everybody know what we're going to do with the general managers here. So we already know Chance Nightwalker, Chance Harper, all the other nicknames Mr. Yellow Pages has. He's been fired. He's not a general manager anymore. But Shulky and Shifty, general manager of the Lethal brand, and Cougar right now, the sole general manager in the Empire brand. We'll talk about what's going down with the general managers because it's going to coincide with what else we got to talk about here today. Our G6 champions, the Solution, and speaking of Solution, they got a whole shitload of title shot opportunities lined up as well. And throughout these last few shows, we've been qualifying people for the Crazy 8 and the Blitzkrieg championships, of course. And Matt Storm recently signing his contract. He's your Crazy 8 champ. Dragonheart with his first gold while wearing the Blitzkrieg title right now. Jamar successfully defended his internet title a few times. And we know Mark Caliber is next in line for him with the win the other day. So let's get down to the big news, folks, which you guys all have waited to hear. We got more than one thing big news to drop, but here's the trade. The competitors that are making a move from one division to the other. So, and you might see a trend on the top there with Mike Wasson, Matt Storm, Lord Norn, Mark Caliber, and Yeti. If you've been following along, all members of the Asylum that Mark Caliber has taken over the Madness Asylum and made it his own. Big Tito thrown in there for some reason, too. I don't know. We'll find out. And then on the bottom, you have Corey Quinn, Joel Quinn, Leo X, Teddy X, Cody Hagan, and the recently re-signed Stompy Collins, all going to the Lethal brand. So the fate of the general manager situation is about to get dropped, and the big news. I need to get the drum roll. I know drum's not here, but we're not messing around. We're going to get right down to it. There's reason behind this trade and everything that's about to go down here in the summer of 2022 here in Leaning Towards Death Wrestling. We're going to celebrate 5 years at the end of October. But right now, we're getting ready. I'm going to make you guys wait a little longer and show you the updated actual rosters for the Empire and the updated roster for Lethal brand. But the reason behind it all is about to be revealed. It's Stable War 11. A month of July we'll be bringing back the Stable Wars. There will be 8 teams, which will be announcing all 8 teams right now, competing for the coveted Stable War Championship belts, which also gives you title shots in all the categories. The world title, everybody gets a championship opportunity if you are Stable War champions. We'll go over the past Stable War champs, and I know everyone gets riled up whenever we talk about Stable Wars. We've had 10 of them already, and a couple teams have multiple wins, and some here this time around will have an opportunity. So 8 different teams in this year's Stable War, which is faction action wrestling, it was called back in the day, then turned into Stable War, the Combat Kingdom, where we take groups of individuals battling against each other. It is Stable War 11. 8 teams. It'll be 7 active roster members. And for the first time ever, 3 Battle Queens on each team. And that's why we've been shuffling the roster around and why we have gotten ready for it. The beginning of July and throughout the entire month of July, Stable War is going down. I know the out front news has been the Solution and their group forming, and the Asylum and Mark Caliber's group forming. There's normally one group that's kind of thrown together with those not associated already with a group. And last Stable War, the Australian American Coalition almost walked away with the Stable War Championship. There's been the Alpha Empire and the OPEC Brotherhood who have repeated as Stable War champs. We'll talk about the Stable War champions here soon. But we are going to break down each individual team and how this competition is going to go this time around. We always tweak the rules. So 8 different teams, 10 individuals on each team. Stable War 11. It will be in World Cup format. So we will have a group round where everyone fights everyone in their division once. The final 4 go to the playoff round. Playoffs, that's right. And we crown a Stable War champ. It will be head-to-head like Stable War 10. One show will pit faction versus faction, and that's throughout the month of July. So I know a lot of people are excited about it. We're going to have hear from some people here in the private chat. If you guys want to join and talk about Stable War, come on in. I always get a little nervous when Stable War comes because people get really amped up about their teams. I always want to remind people to keep in mind this is a game. We're here for fun and all that good stuff too. So keep it not necessarily PG. We get a little wild and wacky out there. But keep it in character, keep it fun, and keep it all about winning the Stable War with your team to try to become one in history here in LTD. So let's talk about the rules, the teams, and what's going to go down Stable War and the arena that we have already built for Combat Kingdom Stable War 11, where the battlegrounds will be. There'll be 7 matches. best of 7 series each time the factions fight each other inside this arena. There will be 3 Battle Queen singles matches, so the Battle Queen division meaning even more, and they asked for it. There was only 1 Battle Queen match every time there was a head-to-head competition last time around. And here are the teams. You have the Solution on the top left. A lot of members of the former SDS who won the Stable Wars not too long ago. You have the Opaque Brotherhood, who have 2 Stable War championships under their belts. You have the Red Lounge, the defending champions, Cassie's collection of characters. You got the Awesome Friends, so Super Nacho obviously garnering and gathering a crew for himself. The Future, with a name we've used in the past for a lot of newcomers, up-and-comers, or first-time teaming together, so that must be the potpourri team that always gets thrown together for Stable War. The Asylum, we know that is Mark Caliber's squad, along with the recruits he's been garnering over the last couple weeks. Wild-Eyed Yeti, Lord Norin, Matt Storm, Mike Wasson. It's just crazy, the collection he's already garnered. And wait till you see the last group of people assigned to the Asylum. You guys are never going to believe it. So we're going to unveil the teams right now. The Lethal Libation. So we have, Ripper, the world champion, and his boys behind the bar, and the bouncers, and some additions to that squad as well. The Brotherhood welcome back some familiar teammates that teamed with them in past Stable Wars. And the Scavengers, we already saw Shifty joining the Scavengers the other day, and them getting semifinal status for the G6 tournament. Now, let's just get right down to it. Each individual team, and who's on each team? Right about now, we're going to get down to it. 80 individuals in this competition. And let's talk about the Red Lounge. Here's your first squad. The former champions in the Stable War 10, Cassie Madam Red, Corey Quinn, Joel Quinn, and Drum Monkey. I see Jamar out there in the chat. There he is. Welcome in, Jamar. We'll see what team you end up on, my friend. You should know what team you end up on. Atticus is here. Firestar in the building. I see some people in the green room as well. We'll get to you guys with reactions as soon as we name all the teams. And we'll have some time for that as well. If anyone out there wants to have some say on what's going down, hit me up. Slide into the old DMs of LTD on Facebook, Twitter, and Skype. And the private chats have the link for the StreamYard. You guys can join in on the fun. So it looks like Cassie, of course, Firestar joining her on the squad. Susie the Elf, along with the Cowboys from Hell, brought over by Cassie. Very interesting scouting by Cassie. And she's brought back someone who's been familiar from way back the beginning of the Stable Wars. Has a lot of success. The D-Train, Chugga Chugga Choo Choo. So there's your first squad, the Red Lounge, looking to repeat as Stable War champions. All right, let's move on to our second team. The Lethal Libation squad has had to recruit some newcomers here, as honestly, the Cassie had recruited Redneck Avengers, Shadow Press out of underneath of the Lethal Libation. So Lethal Libations had Rob Machete already planned to be a part of the squad. They had Captain Danger, a newcomer, Brian LG, Miles Stanley Ward, the Battle Queen, Jessica Vesuvius, joined the Bouncers, Cowboy John, Matt Outlaw, and Jade Jules Barrett and Juniper Nightblood as well on the Lethal Libation squad team. Now, we'll go over the rules as well. Like I said, head-to-head stable versus stable is every show in July. And we normally have bonus matches at the end, or if it's over in 4 or 5 or 6 matches, the final matches are championship qualifier matches. So keep that in mind, too. Those rules are going to carry over from the last Stable War. All right, TJ 222. There's TJ. Maybe we got his squad next. No, it's the Brotherhood, a team that has been, like I said, has some fame. Twice Stable War champs, the Opaque Brotherhood, and whoever they bring along in the squad normally do quite well. Now, they found a Nox Boogie back in action now, as you see. The return of Nox Boogie, so the entire Opaque Brotherhood, Killer Neptune, Uncle Frank, Paragon of Greatness and Knox Boogie reunited, and it feels so good. Ooh. Leo and Teddy have fought with the OPEC Brotherhood before in a stable war. They're back with them, and they bring along the other entertainer, Big Daddy Beard. Big Daddy Beard, Leo, and Teddy, the entertainers, will also be going for the G6 championships. They got a qualifier to win first, and that is on Tuesday against Joel Quinn, Jeff Matthews, and David Fowler. Keep in mind, those matches were made before these stable war groups were made, so some aren't even in the groups together. So there's the Brotherhood competing. They would win a precedented third stable war championship if they get the victory here. So very important to watch. They Raven, Sunshine, my daughter, getting into another stable war, and Wrestling Mama in the middle are going to fight for the Battle Queens. Like, keep in mind, almost half of the matches every show will be those one-on-one matches between the Battle Queen components. There'll be a tag match, a G6 eliminator match, a six-pack elimination match like always, falls count anywhere, elimination, tornado style. A tag team madness match. There'll be a regular lethal match, which is no disqualification, no count out. And then a 15-minute Iron Man match is coming back. Those will be the 5 matches. We'll get to the layout here in a second. I gave you a little early spoiler there, a little teaser. Here's the next group up, the Awesome Friends. Chance Harper is back, not as a GM, but he is part of the faction along with Super Nacho. Very interesting. That's like a weird twist, like a complete 180 from into fan favorites, along with Brandon Ace, former AI 6-man tag team champs. They got Cougar Knight, Stompy Collins, Polly Vampire, Super Nacho's daughter. Polly is going to be in the Stable Wars. She-Hulk chick. And they got a plethora of, they got 3 out of the 4 general managers on that squad. Jeez. Jamarda got the internet champion, Cody Hagan, and Wally. What a squad. The Awesome Friends. An eclectic group, but man, they have to be dangerously favored to possibly win this thing with the talent if they can pull together. Let's call them the Can They Coexist team. Nacho has recruited quite a team. We'll see how they fare against the rest. Now, those first 4 teams are in the Lethal brand. So there are your Lethal competitors along with 3 Battle Queen in each. The Red Lounge, the Lethal Libations, the Brotherhood, and the Awesome Friends will compete in Group A of the group round. They will fight each other to see who gets into the Final 4. Now, let's check out the Empire brand. The Solution, of course, adding Crimson Ninja the other day. They now had 7 already active roster members. The only question with this faction was who's going to be the 3rd lady from the Battle Queen division, and it's Whisper Bagwell, solidifying the Solutions team. And depending on what happens in the next couple weeks, they could be rolling into Stable War 11 with a shit ton of gold. They have World Championship, Tag Team Championship opportunities on the line coming up. Brooklyn Joker has a Lethal Championship. They already hold the Lethal Championship by gaining Crimson Ninja. And like I said, JW Caliber could make history. He could win the World Championship and he could get a tag team title at the same time. Goddess of Pain, there she is. I think your team's about to come up next, honestly. And the big stunner, and here it is, folks. Who joined the Asylum? It is the Goddess of Pain. What? And Riley Wolf and Count Zravenok, the World Tag Team Champions. Well, Mark Caliber, when he started out on the left there, you see Mike Wasson and Killshot Matt Storm. He took 2 youngsters, newbies here in LTD, basically, although they fought in other companies, brand new here. Molly Shamrock turned to her dark side. We saw Wild-Eyed Yeti and Lord Norin join the bunch the other day. And along with Molly Shamrock from the Monstar Factory, we were introduced to Maiden Annabelle as well. So now the World Tag Team Champions and Goddess of Pain joining the, well, it kind of makes sense because Goddess of Pain is the only female member of the Madness Asylum Disciples. So a little more mutiny, I guess, against the MAD as the Madness Asylum itself has taken over by Mark Caliber and now legally owned. And don't worry about you MAD members out there. We will erect, yes, I said erect, another Madness Asylum and get our business back. But Mark Caliber has the rights to the asylum, and now he has a couple more crazies in there with Riley and Count. At least they brought Goddess along. Maybe she can level them out. I'm not sure. But a darker side of Molly Shamrock, a dark horse to maybe win the whole stable war right here, folks. The asylum has been, we've watched it happen over the last week or so as the team started to mount up. And now you see who they'll be bringing to the table. And as a reminder, like I said, and we'll talk about it soon, 3 of the 7 matches in the best of 7 head-to-head fights. And it is going to be World Cup style. So we got a group round and then a playoff. Here are the Scavengers. We recently saw Shifty unite with Jay Vulture and J-Dog. He brought his Dragon Army tag team partner, Dragonheart, along. But now, TJ Toad, Blade Charge, Big Tito returned recently, along with their 3 Battle Queens, Hot Fire Rose, Misha Ramji, and Jen Richards. So the Demon Dragoness. So the Scavengers and the Dragon Army kind of collided from the last. So Shifty Squad uniting with J-Dog and J Vulture. And J-Dog, J Vulture, part of the SDS. They have a Stable War Championship under their belt as well. So this is going to be very interesting. And we'll revisit the entire roster and talk to some of you. And anybody in the chat that wants to give their 2 cents about what the hell's going down and what's going to be happening here in the month of July. That's right, Stable War in July. We got 1 team left. And I always said there's normally a team that's thrown together or those that have never teamed with each other or may have some familiarity, but to include all 80 of our active roster members and Battle Queen division competitors, our final team is coming up here to complete the Group B that'll be competing against each other in the group round. They are the future, and teaming up with the 2 that's brought the tag team of the future, David Fowler and Hunter McIntyre, they have now brought in Jester and Turmoil to help lead the group. Newcomer Turmoil brought in by Jester as well. Austin Black, Amanda Tyler, Carmen Gonzalez, and Angelita Nightwalker, along with Jeff Matthews. And that's a very, very interesting team as well. And just like in Stable War 10, even the team with the least experience has, because it's kind of a divide and conquer type of thing. It's a head-to-head battle every show. New York Beast is in the house. Check him out. There he is. Welcome in, my friend. Big shout out to the Beast. What's happening, New York Beast? Big shout out to you, my friend. So this is all 8 of the stables. And this is a great reference to come back if you need a reminder of who the hell's on which team. But here's also what's going to go down, how it's going to break down. There is your active roster right now. Complete teams. All 8 of them will be competing. You have the Lethal brand on the top. Lethal Libation Squad, led by Ripper Spring Heel, the world champion and company. Highlighted by Jessica Jade and Juniper from the Battle Queen division. The Opaque Brotherhood, 2-time Stable War champs, still carrying the name of the Brotherhood. You got Paragon, the usual suspects, Paragon, Frank, Killa, and Knox, joined by Leo, Teddy, Big Daddy Beard, Raven, Sunshine, and Mama. The Awesome Friends, Super Nacho, gaining a little squad here together, bringing Chance Harper to the lighter side, to the good side. What does he become, a Jedi or something? What's going on here? Chance Harper, you know, and he's always up to something, but he's got Brandon Ace with him as well. But Chance Harper, fired as a general manager, now a fan favorite. I don't know. We'll have to. I believe that when I see it, folks. Cody Hagan on the squad as well, brought over. So I don't know. There's a lot of some balance in there. Stompy Collins, what a return he made recently. Some very colorful characters, obviously, on the Awesome Friends with Super Nacho. Wally and Jamar have been with the Awesome Friends for a while. And Shalky, Cougar, and Poley joining the squad as well. So we have the Solution down on the Empire section. Clinton McCleary, the leader, brought in as that dark, mysterious leader halfway through. And as they started to gain more traction, they brought in Jake Bagwell. They brought in JW Caliber. They brought in Crushing Kelly. And then recently, Lady Devil and Crimson Ninja joined their group. And now Whisper Bagwell solidifies their solution as they have many opportunities already in line in the next couple weeks for championships. If they can win the Stable Wars, they'll get championship opportunities in all the categories, even more so. Pretty much the opportunity to take over the company as far as gold goes is what's on the line for these Stable Wars. Paragon of Greatness and the OPEC Brotherhood came one championship away from winning all the titles from the opportunities gained from winning a Stable War. And that was a while ago. We'll talk about those champions here. The Asylum, normally the Madness Asylum disciples have an opportunity to get a team if they want, even though they're not a faction, they have fought. Now, and the story is Mark Caliber recently has taken over the Madness Asylum. His asylum now, led by himself, Yeti and Lord Norin, oh my, have recently now added Goddess of Pain, Riley, and Count Z. Too many cooks in the kitchen, maybe? I don't know. They went from the most inexperienced team with just starting out with Matt Storm and Mike Wasson to a very experienced team and a very scary team as well. That is the Asylum. The future of the team thrown together as Jester brings in his new recruit, Turmoil. Fowler and Hunter bring back the name Future and to try to see if they can literally coexist. Hard not to say that with the one squad in the Stable War is always like that. Jeff Matthews made his return. Angelita, Carmen, Amanda, Danny Wells, and then Shifty joining the Scavengers along with Dragonheart, TJ Toad, Blade Charge, Big Tito, Jen Richards, Rose, and Ramji. There you have it, folks. That is your Stable War teams. The month of July will be Stable Wars. We still have coming up here in about 20 minutes. We have some people to talk to in the green room, and then we will go to our lethal second show out of the triumvirate, if you will. 3 lethal shows, 3 Empire shows booked by the general managers. And to answer the question about the general managers, for the month of July, there are no general managers. Shifty and Shulky and Cougar Knight have been relinquished of their duties as well. They are not fired, but there will not be a general manager because they're all in the same competition throughout the month of July. So Chance was fired. The other 3 general managers just have to wait until we bring it back. If we bring it back in August or September, who we may add as a general manager or who we may bring back. But we still will have 3 more shows coming up, 4 more shows of general manager booked shows by Shifty and Shulky and Cougar. Here is the rounds. So right off the bat, it will be the Brotherhood versus Lethal Libations, Awesome Friends versus the Red Lounge, and then the Asylum versus Scavengers, and the Future versus the Solution in round 1. There'll be 3 rounds where everyone fights each other in their individual divisions, and then number 1 from the top, number 2 from the bottom, go into the semifinals against each other in the playoffs. And there's the head-to-head matches. Like I said, every show will be Stable versus Stable, best of 7 fights. There'll be the committee will assign who fights in which competitive matchup. All matches are 1 medallion. Normally, other times we've had different medallions for different style matches. They're all 1 medallion, so it's a straight best of 7. But there are 3 Battle Queen one-on-one fights. Very important. If your Battle Queens can come through, that you can win the Stable War. The lethal match is a standard no disqualification, no count-out match. An Iron Man match, 15-minute Iron Man match, most pinfalls or submissions, and a Tag Madness match, basically. It was 1 fall between a tag team picked from each team and a G6 elimination tornado match. That's how each head-to-head will break down. There's your schedule for the month of July. Stable War is back. Stable War 11. Now you know who's on what team. Always a blast. Stable War normally amps everything up. Here's the history of Stable War and those glorious belts with the logos of all the former champions on there. Back in December 2017, end of October. So that's only a month and a half, basically, into our existence here in the digital wrestling world that we had a Stable War. So it got heated really quick with the groups, even back as soon as we started here on YouTube. Now, there were faction wars previous to that with the Steel City Committee and several of the other groups from way back in the day here in LTD in the EFED days. But the actual championships were started here in the digital era. Eternity won the first in December of 2017. Ruthless Incorporated in 2018. I think there was 8 individuals in that year. I think 10 is the most we've used, to be honest. I'm not really sure, but we've used a lot. Some of these were 4-man teams. Some were 5, some were 6, some were 8. 10-man teams this year and 80 total competitors. The Opaque Brotherhood won their first in December of 18, the AF and AM in March. And then in August, Opaque Brotherhood won their second one. That's the one in August of 19 where they almost won every championship from all their opportunities. Then the Empire in June in 2020, which became the Alpha Empire. They won back-to-back. So the only team to win back-to-back Stable Wars is the Empire. The Red Lounge looking to do that now. Shamrock, there he is, claiming. Well, now Shamrock, part of the Asylum, with his little Monstar protege, Maiden Annabelle and Molly, now turned to her darker side. It's very eerie that with the Monstar, Sean Shamrock, after being a 3-time world champion now, he was a manager for a while, and now overseeing part of the Asylum with Mark Caliber and Wild Eyed Yeti and company. And that's a scary, scary, scary combination over there, folks. There's your schedule. There's your 8 teams. There's your champions right on the title belt. Well, I guess we'll need need to add another one because the LTD logo on the left will go away for the Red Lounge for winning last time. And for Stable War 11, we need to add more plates on there. Hey, now. All right. Belt getting bigger and bigger. Great to see everybody. Still to come, we got the breaking news. We already talked about the trade. There was 12 individuals that got traded. Each of the teams that are part of the Stable War, we went over. Stable War 11 has been named here. And let's talk about what's going down today. Today, right after this, in about 20 minutes, we'll be going live. It's Atlanta, Georgia, State Farm Arena, the Lethal second show. Brian LG versus Caliber, Ripper and Feel and Kel. That's now a blood elimination matchup. Big Tito and Machete going at it. Paragon and Frank taking on Wally and Jamar. So 2 Brotherhood members versus 2. Like now all the stable talks can start, man. You got 3 weeks to ramp up for Stable War. Line up with your boys and your gals and prepare for battle. The wars are about to begin in July. Ooh, man. We got a long show here. This is the show coming right after here. Yeti's going to fight his cocks inside of a cage. Good luck, Yeti. Good luck, my friend. Submission match, Drum Monkey and Brandon Ace. This show booked by Schalke and Shifty, general managers of the Lethal brand. And that breaking news also, if you're just tuning in, the general managers have all been, well, the actual title of general manager has been suspended. None of the individuals are being suspended. They're all just entered into the Stable War Championship. And there you have the Empire show on Tuesday will stay intact. There you have it. The Millennium Men will defend their titles against JW Caliber and Jake Bagwell. And then next Thursday and Saturday, we'll have shows 3 of both of the individual brands. And then we're going into Stable War, folks. Almost time. We got 1 week after that for a super card. And it is Stable War time. As a quick reminder, here's the trade that went down. 6 individuals went from the Lethal brand to the Empire brand. 6 from the Empire brand to the Lethal brand. Stable Wars have been announced for the month of July. The arena has been unveiled, and the teams have been assembled already. The Red Lounge with Cassie and company. The Lethal Libation Squad, Ripper the world champion, bringing his boys and gals. You got the awesome friend Super Nacho bringing Chance Harper over, as well as Cody Hagan, Stompy Collins. Very interesting. The Solution. We've seen this team form throughout the last couple of months. The Asylum, Mark Caliber now joined by Riley and Count and Goddess. The Scavengers at Shifty and J-Dog and J-Vulture. The Future, Jester headlining that crew of characters as well. There's your Stable War teams. And now let's talk to some people about some of their stable war assignments. Most people already part of certain groups, but now let's talk to some people that may have just found out what group they're in. Cody Hagen.
Okay.
So here's the group you're with, buddy. What do you think about your team?
First off, I did not know I was gonna be in Stable Wars. That is that was like out of the blue. My reaction in the green room was, wait, what the hell?
Yep, Stable Wars is back. It's going to take at least the whole month of July, and so everyone's going to get 3 matches instead of 1 or 2, and instead of a basic double elimination tournament. I don't know how much you know about the past Stable Wars. Every year the rules kind of change.
I have seen last year's.
Yeah, the rules kind of change each time.
When the freaking Red Lounge one, which had wait, Alex, which by the way, I'm gonna pull up the false statements. Radio Rex will not be my manager. Hell no.
Okay, Radio Rex is not your manager.
Yeah, because what was he thinking while we were watching Hell in a Cell?
I don't know. I didn't know that went down. So Radio Rex is trying to be your manager?
Yes. The shit that he does without you being involved is just weird.
Well, Cougar Night, the breakdown, we have not announced the actual distribution of championship opportunities. Because last year, the active roster guys got 2 title shots, and the Battle Queens got 1 within it. So, that has not been announced yet. Everything else has. So you have to stay tuned.
This is a team that I don't know if will work. I mean, Ace, former world champion, but Chance Harper.
We knew Super Nacho, Shulky, Jamar, and Wally. That was the Awesome Friends. Those 4 we already knew was the crew before this started. So today, adding Cougar as well as Stompy and Nacho's daughter, Polly, and Chance and Brandon. Are they going to – I don't know. I don't know. You going to be able to coexist with all those characters in there, Cody?
And I guess Black, you're an ass. I'm not lying.
Well, you could deflect everybody to not thinking he's going to be your manager.
Yeah, I hate Radio X. What do you people think I like him?
I don't know.
Also, this could be something. I don't know if Chance can be trusted.
See, that's the big thing. And now let's look at the first round matchup for you guys too, which means you are facing the former champions, the Red Lounge.
Why do people say they got dirt on me? Fuck off.
I don't know. So here, and it's Cassie, Madam Red, along with Drum Monkey, Corey, and Joel Quinn, the former champs, and they have the team that's held down the G6 titles for quite some time: Redneck Avenger, Feeling Co, and Shadow Press and D Train. That's a very formidable team for the Red Lounge.
Assholes in the comments. Cody loves Rex. No, I do not.
Speaking of someone who loves Rex, Firestar loves Rex, right?
Oh no,
I do not love Rex. You know that.
I'm just trying to get you riled up. How you doing, Firestar?
I'm doing good, Blaze.
Glad to have you on. And there's your team. At least now you're on Cassie's team. So you kind of figured you're going to be on that team, right?
Joker, Monstar, Crimson.
I figured I was.
But now, I think this is your second Stable War, if I'm not mistaken. Now, normally back when we started them, there was no women in the Stable War, none. And then all of a sudden, after the Battle Queens became part of it, there was either one match or just one Battle Queen in it that even fought every once in a while. But now, with 3 matches every show, the Battle Queens are very important. So, like we just said, you guys, Firestar, you'll be taking on Cody's team, the Awesome.
Also,
which means
Firestar. Fuck you.
That means Firestar would either be fighting Crushing Kelly, Whisper Bagwell, or Lady Devil. So that's going to be your first fight whenever this starts, Firestar. But you got other things to worry about. Lady Devil already has a shot at your championship, and that match is coming soon. So.
She does.
Yep. And how do you feel about beating Cassie? You guys, obviously you're still friends, everything, you're on her team, but that had to be kind of hard, like winning and losing at the same time. You had to beat your best friend,
I did.
Yeah, and you did it twice, actually, because you beat it to take it off of her, and you beat it again when she earned another shot. So
I
she's taught
did.
you pretty well. You're able to beat her twice
She
on a big
has.
stage for the
She
title.
has.
And now Lady Devil's going to win that. She hasn't had that championship yet, so that's going to be pretty interesting.
Oh goodness gracious, the freaking chat are assholes now.
Oh, what are they saying about you now, Cody?
No, not me. Firestar.
Oh,
Assholes.
they better not mess
Hey,
with
Rex.
Firestar.
Hey, Rex sympathizers. Go fuck yourself.
At least there's not a Rex sympathizer team this year. But let's talk
Yeah.
about. Here's one team there is. Crushing Kelly is. What are you doing, Kelly? How you doing?
Hey.
So the solution, Kelly. I can't believe you could side with these guys.
Well, one of those guys happens to be my husband. Thank you very much.
I know the connection you have, but the way they've been going about stuff just hasn't been something that I'd figure you'd associate yourself with. How do you put up with all those guys?
Well, Atticus is my husband. Crimson Ninja's my brother-in-law. And LD is like a sister to me, and everybody else, I can't help it. They're good friends of mine, and I enjoy working alongside them.
Well, that's going to be a very interesting combination. Now, let's go back, see who does the solution fight in your first opportunity. Now you basically fight everybody in your division. So you guys will take on the future, which are the team that's the last team we have that like last time we did that, they almost won the Australian American Coalition last year, and Danny Wells is part of that team last year that almost took the whole damn thing. But this team is thrown together. But I tell you what, Turmoil's been a beast already. Jester's always on top of his game.
It's not like I haven't. It's not like I haven't faced Carmen or Amanda or Angelita in singles matches or tag matches or whatever. So, whomever I face, I have to stay prepared for them. I have to stay ready. So, bring it on, whomever you put in front of me.
Speaking of bring it on, whoever you put in front of me tonight in our main event. And there may be a bonus match with some of the people who just got re-added. Unfortunately, Knox Boogie making his return, but we know Cody Hagan, Stompy, and Corey, and making it come over to this roster in the lethal division. They might have a bonus match tonight, and Chance Harper as well. But tonight it is Whisper Bagwell, Molly Shamrock, Kelly, and Cougar. Let's bring on the Cougar. How's it going, Cougs? Are you there?
I am still here.
Here we go. Tonight, it is a top 5 qualifier. And Cougar, you, Kelly, Whisper, and Molly, only one can be put into the top 5.
That's okay, as long as I can get my hands on Kelly.
And she's...
Oh, boy. If only I were scared.
Oh, you sounded a bit nervous there, darling.
So, Cougar...
Maybe to you.
You one of 3 general managers on the same team here. Now, I'm sure, I'm sorry to apologize that you hear the same news everyone else does, that there are no general manager duties for the month of July. So you're not fired.
I was about to say, since there's an open spot, I have been thinking about stepping away from, probably wrestling for a little bit of a while, and maybe I can trade in my boots for an office desk.
Oh, geez. You want to be the new GM? Well, maybe you have to fight Chance over it. Well, Chance is fired. But Shalky and Shifty and Cougar, now you just won't have GM duties in the month. Well, you'll have other things to worry about, which is this stable war. So what do you think about the squad that you're on there, Cougar?
It's quite interesting, considering I'm currently not happy with Chance.
Who doesn't? The man's like he doesn't. He does.
But it
not
seems
know.
like he seems like he wants to amend now. He wants a team with Super Nacho, and he seems apologetic for some reason. I don't know what's gotten into him, but it's like everybody else. It's very suspect to me. Him and Brandon Ace in his team, and I'm like, if you guys can coexist, they've both been world champion. They've both top competitors. If they don't interfere with extracurricular activities.
Clinton's like, Cody is Rex's father's brother's cousins, nephews, uncle's former roommate.
We might have to settle this like we settle everything around here in the ring with Cody and Rex.
Oh gosh.
Rex does technically have the assless chaps right now, so Cody you might have just volunteered yourself into an assless chaps match. Is that
No.
a no? You don't want it? Then
No.
that is it. It is signed, sealed, and delivered.
No!
The return of the
No!
assless chaps. Since Cody does not want it so bad, you must not know the history of the assless chaps.
And Blaze, may I say something, please?
Sure.
Okay.
Cougar and I have a history. It's well known because I've faced her many times over the years, and yet I don't know if she just seems to think that I have any fear or any nervousness when being in the ring with her. I think that's a little delusional on her part.
And yet I've beat you the last 2 times we've come up against each other. So, yeah, I'm quite delusional. Thank you.
Past experiences don't mean shit if I end up facing you in the Stable Wars.
Well, tonight you're going to face each other. That's the thing. Tonight with Whisper and Molly. I mean, you may not fight each other one-on-one tonight, but it seems like it's pretty obviously you're going to bump heads one way or another here tonight.
I will fight my ass off to get into the top 5. But if I can get my hands on Cougs and get her ass out, that'll be icing on the cake.
So
Baby, don't fight your ass off just so you can get mine.
Oh, geez.
If your ass was only what I wanted, whatever.
I bet you wanted it.
Amanda Tyler and Jade Barrett have already qualified. Jessica is the Battle Queen champ. We have a couple spots left tonight. We will fill one with either Cougar or Kelly. Or Molly, this dark side of Molly. I don't know what the hell's got into her. I know Monstar does. I mean, because he's the problem behind it. But they've all joined this asylum, along with now we just find out that Riley, Count, and Goddess have joined the asylum here tonight, along with all the other shit that we just announced, which was a lot of bombs I dropped with all the different teams. And the Stable Wars is going to be a lot more important for the Battle Queen division this year. And I know we got 3 of the top performers in that division right now. One half of the tag champs. We have our Tap Out Princess Firestar and our first ever triple champ, Cougar, who've won all 3 of the titles. So you guys asked for it. The Battle Queens wanted their part in the Stable Wars to mean more. They had 1 match out of every head-to-head last time because there weren't that many Battle Queens in the division. Now, with 3 in each team, it's going to be, 3 out of the 7 matches could make a huge difference or a swing. Whether your Battle Queens win or not could determine which of these stables will be Stable War 11 champs. All right. That is all the news I have. Dropped all the bombs.
Everybody seems to want to stay on the Rex train with the way this chat is.
Speaking of champions, let's talk to one more champion. Jamar, our internet champion's here. What's up, Jamar?
Hey, how y'all doing?
Hey, man. Now, if you've been watching what the hell's going on with Mark Caliber recently, joining his asylum and all these crazy wackos putting together, and how Mark has been really off the wall. He's your next opponent for your internet title, man. What do you got to say about that?
I'm not afraid of this guy. I'm gonna win. Obviously, I'm gonna beat him. He's nothing. He's like a chicken nugget.
Oh, geez.
He's like a chicken nugget. You have the dipping sauce, and you dipped in it, and then you bite it, and you look at it, and like, okay, that was good.
He is going to devour you like chicken nuggets, he says.
Yes. But about the Stable Wars this year, I think our team is great. I mean, hello, Cougar. I'm happy you're on our team this year. It's going to be kind of tough this year, but I think we're going to shock the world this year. Hey, we have a tough team this year. We have a lot of experience. We have a lot of great champions here. Legendary people. But if I'm gonna say this, if I get screwed over by one of my teammates, Chance Harper,
Everyone's suspect of Chance and Brandon Ace on that team. I
Yes,
said that.
yes. If they
Chance
show-
can't be trusted.
no.
Well, see,
And
Cougar. I know Cougar and Chance aren't getting along right now, but she did kind of keep him in check in the GM situation. Didn't get too out of hand right away, and that's.
Bra-
See, I think Cougar, you have this spell over Chance. I don't know if you realize it. I'm sure you do.
Mhm.
Yeah, I just shake the tatas and he pays attention.
Okay. Hey.
Oh, God.
Hey, you'll see. I
God.
guess you and Nacho have to kind of like spearhead this to try to keep them in line. But if it works, I mean, there's some great individuals on one
But
team.
one
right there.
person I'm gonna say it's kind of iffy. Can I really trust Brandon Ace though?
Can you trust
See, that's
Cody
a tricky
Hagen?
thing.
Can you trust Cody
Well,
Hagen? He's right there. He's right here.
Are you
Can trust him?
serious? I've been in this business for 5 years. I'm a nut, so I'm psycho.
I'm gonna say this. I could trust Cody Hagen. I could trust you.
There you go.
But the
We're
other
worried about
two
Brandon Ace.
Are both. Yeah, Brandon. I don't know if
Zerk's
he's
here.
gonna. I don't know if he's gonna
here for
try
you,
to screw
Cougar.
me over as our team. Or as our
Hey, now.
team, he tries to screw us over. I don't know. I don't know what his plans is. So we don't know.
Hey,
And we have we got two
Yeah.
newcomers, right?
He's convinced Super Nacho that he's there for good intentions this time around, and we'll see. I mean, he was part of the Empire, the Alpha Empire, won 2 Stable Wars in a row, so you got a little Stable War championship experience if you guys can contain him and Brandon Ace. We'll see how it goes.
This is my second chance
Chance fun.
get that's a good one.
Jeez.
This is my second chance to show what I could do this year. Because last year we didn't do too hot. This year I've been dominant this year.
You have.
shocking.
You've won that title and defended it several times. And you're right, man. There's 8 teams, and there's going to be 7 teams that lose.
True.
So there's 7 teams that aren't going to win the Stable Wars.
Yeah.
One team's going to get a shitload of opportunity in all those title shots. And
I'm this is my prediction. Don't count me on this. The Awesome Friends will be the new champions this year.
there you have it. Well, there's 3 of them. I'm sure you got 3 votes in the panel right here that'll agree with you on that one.
Yes.
So that
Because
that is
we have 2 newcomers, right? 2 of them.
no.
Stompy?
Stompy, he's been in the company before. He's returned. I mean, weird guy next to Stompy, that Cody Hagen guy. Yeah, he's brand new. I don't know what's wrong with that dude.
I have been here since November, boys.
Funny.
Oh yeah, that's that Cody. Okay, my bad.
But and the crazy thing about it, we never wrestled before against each other, 1-on-1 though.
Uh-oh. See, all right, they're gonna start fighting internally already.
I am not throwing hands. I'm not throwing hands.
We saw Cody and Miles Stanley Ward get their feud started on one of these watch-alongs.
No, I am not throwing hands.
Miles got the win on you too, didn't he, Cody?
We're 1-1.
Uh-oh. We need another match. We need a rubber match.
Yeah.
Speaking of matches, it's about that time.
Match.
It's about time to get business. We got matches here tonight. We are live in Atlanta, State Farm Arena. There's
my
matches
hometown,
on the top.
baby. Let's go.
So we got all big time matches. Jamar, you and Wally are going to be teaming up against Paragon and Uncle Frank, and much, much more. We'll be live here momentarily. So stay tuned to the Blaised Radio Network. I appreciate y'all being a part of the show. Kelly, thank you for being a part of the show.
No problem.
Cougar, of course, always our pleasure.
Of course.
Jamar, I appreciate you being a part of the show too, buddy.
You're welcome.
Firestar, champ, good luck in your endeavors coming up soon. You got to defend it against Lady Devil. Thanks for being on the show.
No problem, Blaze.
And Cody, get out of here, Cody.
You're doing the same thing Wally did. Wes.
Go ahead. Have your say. It's all yours. It's the Cody Hagen Show, everybody.
Go ahead.
Fuck the Regular sympathizers, and I hope the community applauds my GM internship.
There you have it, folks. We'll be live for LTD soon. Thanks for getting Blaised. Blaised. Get Blaised.